I have a list. And it's a list of people I want out of the fucking NFL right now. Let's go ahead and start it off. Aaron fucking Rodgers. You lose in back-to-back weeks to the Bo Nix-led Denver Broncos, and then the Minnesota Vikings, who were somehow 5-0, and Sam Darnold looks like the best player in the league. Actually, he doesn't. He's been playing kind of mid recently, but they're 5-0. Brian Flores will be a head coach next year because let me tell you, Robert Saleh, he's going to be fired. Zach Taylor, he should be fired today. Let me think. There was another head coach that I want to fire. Oh, yeah, Sean McDermott. He should be fired today. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else? Are there any other coaches that I want gone, out of a job? Coaches, no. I think we're good on the coaches for right now. I'm gonna give the coaches a little bit of a break for right now. But Robert Saleh, I want you fucking gone. Because they're not gonna get rid of Aaron Rodgers. So who do you think they're going to get rid of? Now, before, you had the excuse of, you don't have a quarterback. You're out there with Zach fucking Wilson. I'm not mad at you for that. Okay, you had the excuse. I was on your side. I thought you were a good coach. I was like, hey, he was hired there to be a defensive-minded coach. The defenses have been great. He's just had Zach Wilson. Okay. Well, now you get Aaron Rodgers. And you're 2-3. With losses in back-to-back weeks to the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. You couldn't put up 10 points against the Denver Broncos, but you let them put up 10 points against you. You barely beat the Tennessee Titans. Your one good win was against the Patriots. The Patriots fucking suck. I just watched them lose to the Tyler Huntley-led Miami Dolphins yesterday. So don't think that beating the Patriots 24-3 is something impressive because I promise you it's not. You need to be fired today, right now, today, Zach Taylor. I've never seen coaches like Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott who have such good teams and have seen so much success in the regular season and even some in the playoffs who consistently try to sell games at the end of the game. I see Sean McDermott, I see the refs on a what I would call a Dalton Kincaid catch, especially as a Dalton Kincaid fantasy owner. I was pissed when this was happening. They call it a not catch. They say he was out of bounds. They say he bobbled the ball before he regained possession and stayed in bounds, whatever, right? So they said Dalton Kincaid did not make the catch for a first down. You're right about midfield. This man right here, on what was a very, very, very close call, to me it was a catch, doesn't challenge the call in a close game versus the Texans, doesn't challenge the call to make sure that you don't go down don't lose back-to-back games after starting out 3-0 without a fight. You don't challenge the call. You say, let's punt it. And then you lose the game. What is going on? I promise you right now, if Nico Collins wasn't hurt, and if D'Amico Ryans didn't also try to sell the game at the end of the game, this would have been a much worse loss than there's 3 points. I promise it would have. Josh Allen was 1 for 9 through like the first 2 or 3 possessions. I had a parlay, which Josh Allen might now be banned from all of my future parlays. It was Josh Allen 250 plus, CJ Stroud 250 plus. That hit. It was Diggs anytime touchdown score. That didn't happen. I cashed out, by the way, before this parlay even. As soon as I saw Josh Allen go 1 for 9, I cashed out. I said, nope, I'm cool. I immediately cashed out, got my like 20 cents or whatever I got, 40 cents, something like that back. Thanks. What was the other leg of the parlay? It was Josh Allen anytime touchdown scorer and Buffalo Bills to win. One leg of that parlay hit. I don't think I know anything, to be honest with you. Like, I think we're getting to the point now where I genuinely don't know anything. Zach Taylor, I haven't thought you were a good coach. Same with Sean McDermott for at least a year and a half, at minimum. Like, at the very minimum. Zach Taylor, I kind of was never in on you as a good coach. Sean McDermott, you had me for a little bit, and now you don't have me at all. You definitely don't have me anymore. But Zach Taylor, you have Joe Burrow out there putting up an MVP-level performance, throwing for 400 yards and like 5 touchdowns, going to OT against the Baltimore Ravens, who are a division rival, who is a team that hasn't had a great start to the season, but they're finally starting to pick it up, and you have a chance to stop that momentum right in the tracks. And what do? You let your defense go out there and allow 41 fucking points. 41. 41 points. Joe Burrow put up 38 points and you lose. Joe Burrow against the Washington Commanders put up, I think, 32 points, and you lose. My brother, y'all are 1-4. The Cincinnati Bengals are 1-4. They are about to come in last place in the AFC North. You and the Cleveland Browns are about to be battling for last place in the division. The Justin Fields-led Pittsburgh Steelers have 3 fucking wins. Speaking of, I want him out of the league too. But 3 wins, and you have 1? But people I want out of the league going to players now. We already talked about Aaron Rodgers. You throw 3 interceptions. I don't give a damn that at the end of the game y'all almost came back. I don't give a damn that you started to get into a rhythm because guess what? You still threw 3 fucking interceptions. But here's what I have to say to Deshaun Watson. Not only do I want you out of the league, I want you in jail. Booked. Federal penitentiary right now. Booked. I want you gone. I want you to be a convicted felon. Booked. I want your family to be putting them millions on your books. Because you should, not only should you be in jail if these allegations are true, which they seem kind of true, not only should you be in jail, not only should you be out of the league, you should be in jail. But then you come out here, and to start this season out, you are the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, who are 1-4, and you look like not only are you the worst starting quarterback in the league, you look like there are certain backups I'd rather have. I might take Carson Wentz, who's a backup. Andy Dalton, who was a backup and is now starting, I would take him or Bryce Young over you because at least they're not $250 million and about to be felons. Like there are Bo Nix, who's a starter, I would take over you. Sam Darnold, who was supposed to be the backup and is now the starter, so him or J.J. McCarthy pick, I will take either one of them over you. Michael Penix Jr., I'm taking him over you. There are plenty of other backups. Tyson Bagent, I'm taking him over you. There are plenty of backups in this league who I'm taking over you because my brother. No, you're not. Matter of fact, you're not nothing to me. But you're ass, terrible, garbage. You can't do a damn thing. You were never really a scrambler, like improviser type quarterback, and now that you don't have that at all, even less than you had it before, you just look terrible. You're terrible in the pocket. We always had questions about your pocket presence. I would rather have both of your backups, Jameis Winston and Dorian Thompson-Robinson, over you. Joe Flacco I would rather have over you. Anthony Richardson I would rather have over you. There are literally, you might not be a top 40 to 45 quarterback in the league right now, and you're making $250 million. You would be homeless on the streets without a job, filling out McDonald's applications, or sitting in a federal penitentiary had you not been making $250 million to sit there on the Cleveland Browns and only score 13 points against what is one of the worst defenses in the league in the Washington Commanders. Your ass. Terrible. Nick Chubb is going to come back at some point. You better pray that Nick Chubb looks just as good as he did before then so you can at least get to 5 wins on the season. Because you, my brother, are terrible, garbage, worst player in the league material, especially considering your contract. There are multiple quarterbacks in the league that I think are overpaid right now, a lot of them, because paying $250 million to guys that have never won playoff games, to guys that have never won a damn thing is insane to me. But they gave you not only $250 million, wasn't it all guaranteed fully? I'm not talking about 230 of it. I'm pretty sure all of it was guaranteed. And you aren't even a top 40 quarterback in the NFL right now. Okay. I would take Gardner Minshew over you. I would take, what's the dude's name? Dude, I can't think of his name. What's his backup? He played last year, too. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but I would take him over Aiden O'Connell. I would take him over you. I would take all of these people over you because, brother, I would take Drew Lock over you. You're terrible. You can't play. I would take Trey Lance, maybe, like Zach Wilson. Like, you're garbage. You're terrible. I want you out of the league. I want you gone. There's so many things I have to talk about that I'm mad about, but those are just the people that I want out of the league, like right now today. Everybody on the Raiders, not named Max Crosby or Devontae Adams, out of the league today, gone, because what are y'all doing? How has Bo Nix won 3 straight games? How has Bo Nix just put up 34 points on you? How has Bo Nix put up, I think, 26 on the Bucs and then 34 on you? Now, on the Bucs is more surprising because they're at least a good team. Y'all are ass. But 34 to the Bo Nix-led Denver Broncos? Pat Surtain might be the defensive player of the year. To me, it's between him and TJ Watt right now. I don't even know what's going on, bro. The 49ers are garbage, terrible, awful, atrocious. Like, what do you mean you're 2-3 as the San Francisco 49ers when you played an injured Rams team? Your 2 good wins versus the Jets, who look like ass, the Patriots, who we all know were ass, and then you lose by 1 point to the Cardinals. 2 of their 3 losses are divisional. To the Cardinals, 3 points to the Rams in a comeback, and then to the Vikings when you tried to come back and you couldn't because all you do is turn the damn ball over in the red zone. I'd rather have Tyler Huntley over you. Like, I'm sorry, I went back to the Deshaun Watson thing. I'm sorry, I saw Tyler Huntley's name on ESPN, and I would rather have Tyler Huntley over you. Justin Fields, let's talk about you. Your defense in the first half forces 2 turnovers in the red zone. I think it was in the first half. At some point in the game, they forced 2 turnovers in the red zone, 3 turnovers total. After the first half, you had 30 yards passing and 3 points, and they forced 2 turnovers in the red zone in that first half. You had 30 yards passing and 3 points. And then in the second half, your defense is so damn gassed. Dak Prescott ends up with 352 passing yards, gets a game-winning drive, and Rico Dowdle was running up and down the field in the fourth quarter, 87 yards. You let up 87 yards to Rico Dowdle. You went out there and got cooked after your defense did everything it could, especially in the first half. TJ Watt was out there doing everything he could. They forced a fumble on like second or third and goal with like 20 seconds left. They forced a fumble and Dak Prescott recovers it. So they almost forced 4 turnovers. They blocked a field goal. And you lose the game at home? Justin Fields, Pittsburgh Steelers, Najee Harris, the O-line, all of it. Ass. Terrible. Anybody on the Pittsburgh Steelers besides that defense and maybe George Pickens and Freiermuth, ass. Terrible. Get them gone. Bye. Out of the freaking league, bro. This is the type of stuff that makes me itch, bro. This is the type of stuff that pisses me off. Now, did I pick the Dallas Cowboys to win the game? Yes, of course I did. So I'm happy they won, but damn, you have to find a way to win that game. When the Bengals are 1-4 and the Browns are 1-4, you have a chance to be up top of the division still. When you have a division with the Ravens, you have a division with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow in it, and you have a chance to still be first in the division after 5 weeks of football, and your defense does that and you lose? The Seahawks lost to the Giants without their 2 best offensive players in Malik Nabers and Devin Singletary. He might not be one of their best offensive players, but he's one of their best skill position players. Malik Nabers is their best offensive player, and it isn't close. He was gone. Name 3 receivers on that team right now. Wan'Dale Robinson. I think that's the peak of my powers, gentlemen. That's it. And you lose to them. You let them put up 29 points. You just put up 30 on the Lions, and you can only put up 20 on the Giants? And you let up 30? Goodbye. None of my parlays hit. The NFL doesn't make sense. I think I got 5 picks right for the games this week. I'm 1-4 in fantasy. Nothing makes sense.